Sanctuary should mean safety for Americans. In Chicago, it now means giving up our rights and our security. To every leader still defending these harmful policies, your time of pretending to serve the people is over. We will speak up, we will stand up, and we will not let corruption decide the future of our city. We will take our city and state back because it's for we the people. My name is Danielle Carter Walters, Vice President of Chicago Flips Red. Thank you to President Donald J. Trump for giving regular citizens like me the courage to speak up. And thank you to this subcommittee for letting me share what is really happening in our city. Chicago Flips Red support the work the president is doing. And we fight for people of Chicago every day. We have also been targeted for doing what's right. Our founder, Zoe, and our advisor, Jessica Jackson, were attacked after speaking out about stolen property in poor neighborhoods. And I recently faced pushback in Cook County Court for trying to protect my community. Even with all of this, we stand with the men and women of ICE, officers who risk their lives daily. These officers get no help from Governor Pritzker or Mayor Brandon Johnson. ICE has found dangerous criminals in Chicago, violent felons, child traffickers, drug smugglers, and cartel members, all hiding under sanctuary city protection. ICE has stopped fentanyl shipments, broken up trafficking groups, and removed criminals who were hurting our neighborhoods. This work is especially needed in the Black communities that are still recovering from the crack and the AIDS crisis of 1980s and from the damage caused by the 94 crime bill orchestrated by Jim Crow Joe Biden and put into law by Bill Clinton. But instead of helping ICE, our state and city leaders blocked them. They refuse to share information, ignore detainers, and even threaten to arrest federal officers for just doing their jobs. Some judges have also joined in. They have made unfair rulings meant to scare ICE agents. One of the worst examples was when a judge ordered Agent Greg Brevino to report to court every day as if he were the criminal. That was not justice. It was political gains backed by the fake news media. While this is happening, Mayor Johnson, Governor Pritzker are spending hundreds of millions of dollars on illegal aliens, while regular Chicagoans struggle. Schools are crowded, crime keep rising, and families can't afford food or rent. Yet our leaders still put illegal aliens first. Over 56,000 illegal aliens are living in Chicago homes, while our veterans and homeless sleep outside. Cartel gangs like MS-13, Trendy Agua now have presence in our city. Fentanyl, guns, and human trafficking are flowing through neighborhoods that used to be filled with working families. ICE tries to stop this, but the judges, the Illinois Attorney General, the Chicago's Teachers Union, Certain clergy members, the mayor, and the governor blocked them every step of the way. This is not compassion, this is failure. This is a betrayal of the people they were elected to protect. Chicago is broke. We're in a $1 billion deficit, overpriced contracts, and shrinking middle class. Mayor Johnson blames the government in Washington, but the truth is simple. Sanctuary policies have brought chaos and corruption to our city. So we, the people of Chicago, we demand this: a federal review of how Illinois blocks ICE from doing their job, a criminal investigation into judges who target ICE officers unfairly, a full check of all the money spent by state and the city on migrant programs, police, Cook County, and federal agencies working together again with ICE, and to these sanctuary city policies that put our safety at risk. Sanctuary should mean safety for Americans. In Chicago, it now means giving up our rights and our security. To every leader still defending these harmful policies, your time of pretending to serve the people is over. We will speak up, we will stand up, and we will not let corruption decide the future of our city. We will take our city and state back because it's for we the people. Thank you.
Ms. Carter Walters, what you're saying today, and thank you so much for being here today. I have often said that the very people that the folks across the aisle profess to want to protect are the very ones they are hurting with their insane, undermining policies. And it is so refreshing to hear someone, a resident of a place where this is happening, speak out and said, if they were looking out for Americans, the country that they swore to come in and represent the people, and not the criminals, this country would look very different. Thank you for your bravery and your courage to come here today. I don't know if that makes you any more popular in your community, but you're certainly representing what our founders imagined for a nation under a rule of law. And I am grateful to you. Do you believe that federal funding should go to states and cities that are sanctuary cities that refuse to enforce the law and refuse to work with federal law enforcement?
No, I don't believe that. And I just want to say, it's not surprising that we don't see no Democrats here, because that's what's happening in Chicago. They don't care about the American citizens or want to hear what we have to say. So thank you for giving us a voice. This right here, what you see, is typical. This is what we deal with in Chicago every day with the Democratic Party.
In your experience, does the activities of illegal immigrants in sanctuary cities, does it focus on the gated communities, the areas of the affluent and the well-heeled, or rather does it focus on vulnerable minority communities, for example?
Yes, it's focused on the black communities, the vulnerable communities, exactly my community, and they were placed all in our buildings. So the place that happened where the ICE raid happened on 75th and South Shore Drive, Trendiagua had taken over that building, and the fake news failed to mention that prior to that, a couple of months earlier, that one of those Trendiagua gang members had executed another illegal alien, shot him in the head, and buried his body in concrete in one of those apartment buildings on 75th and South Shore Drive. But they didn't show that. All the fake news showed was ICE officers coming into the building and saying and lying, saying that they're arresting American citizens. Well, when you saturate our communities, American citizens' community, with Trinidad and illegal alien gang members, then what do you think that's going to happen? Then when ICE come in and have to do the raid to get them out of our communities because that's what we wanted and that's what we voted for, then you're going to have American citizens that's going to have to be detained for a minute so they can separate us and make sure we are safe. And I just want to commend the officers because they did a phenomenal job. They made sure that no one was hurt, no American was killed, or they didn't put our lives in danger. They actually helped us. And what the Democratic Party did, Mayor Brandon Johnson did, was put our life in danger when he saturated our community and apartment buildings with illegal alien gang criminals.
Now, Trinidad is a violent Venezuelan gang, correct?
Yes.
And you're saying in the absence of law enforcement by local and state officials in places like Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, that they pretty much rule the roost in those communities. They can do basically whatever they want to do with impunity.
Yes, because the police officers are told to stand down, just like you saw when they were blocking ICE officers in, and the police chief told them to stand down. They wouldn't even allow officers to help federal officers, ICE officers. They wouldn't even help them. So you can imagine what it's like for just American citizens, regular citizens, what we have to deal with when we call the police and complain about what's happening in our communities with illegal aliens. We don't get no help. The police come and they say it's nothing they can do about it because they have stand down orders.